season long. Weekly cash prizes up to $1,000 cash, season-long leaderboards, and a chance to win $1 million. Only at Warhorse Casino. Wagers may only be placed on Nebraska-based teams when played outside the state of Nebraska. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
Attention all Wings fans. Buffalo Wings and Rings has daily specials that will make you want to stop in on all days of the week. Kids eat free on Mondays, and on Tuesdays, enjoy 40% off boneless or traditional wings at a price that makes the whole family happy. And come back on Wednesdays for $1.39 chicken tenders all day long. Get to Wings and Rings today, 68th and O, or in Williamsburg Village.
Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services is here to help you protect things that are most important to you. Whether it's your home, your family, or your future, Jack Russell has the proven experience to get the job done while developing authentic relationships with you. Give Jack a call today at 402-421-9100. Again, that's 402-421-9100. Or visit one of his 2 locations in Lincoln or Seward and learn how you can excel in the complicated world of insurance. Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services, a trusted and well-respected representative since 1999.
If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at GainaTrucking.com. All right, Lincoln, if you're a diesel technician who's ready to earn up to $40 an hour and you're tired of working nights and weekends, listen up. Inland Truck Parts and Service is hiring experienced diesel technicians right here in Lincoln, and they're offering what every hardworking tech wants. Monday through Friday hours, no nights, no weekends, and paid training on advanced diesel technology. With 37 locations across 12 states, career advancement opportunities are endless. Start building towards your future and apply today at inlandtruck.com. That's inlandtruck.com. Or text APPLY to 785-369-1320.
Ready to score big with your projects? Look no further than Edward Stone, the MVP of natural stone for over 2 decades. Edward Stone is cranking out over 30,000 square feet every week and offers a winning lineup of over 70 quality natural veneer stone selections. Their unbeatable variety and experienced team will ensure your project is a success, whether it's a home renovation or a commercial build. And hey, they're not just about stone. They've got an all-star lineup of fireplaces, cast stone, brick, and much more. Swing by one of their locations in Lincoln or Omaha today and experience the Edward Stone difference, your reliable choice for over 20 years. Are you tired of your usual barbershop experience? Stop into Scissors and Scotch today. I know what you're thinking. Drink during a haircut? Don't worry. First comes the precision cut from one of their experienced barbers, followed by your complimentary cocktail in their upscale lounge. Scissors and Scotch blends your old school barber feel with your favorite watering hole. And now you can earn $10 off by simply mentioning the ticket. And if you're an existing member, still mention the ticket for an exclusive offer. Offer valid at Lincoln location only. Scissors and Scotch, located just south of 30th and Yankee Hill, and online at lincoln.scissorscotch.com.
Did you know that deer collisions are covered under the comprehensive portion of your car insurance? That means, like with hail damage or vandalism, since they are out of your control, they don't usually raise your insurance rates. And that's a good thing, since most deer don't carry liability insurance. At Eustace Body Shop, we fixed all kinds of animal collision damage, from cows to raccoons, bobcats, and even turkeys. We can't do much for the animal, but we can get your car back on all fours and looking like new again.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
I can't believe I just scratched that car. Find my insurance card.
Dude, what do you have in this glove box? Ew, are these socks dirty?
Oh, forget about the socks. I need my insurance card.
Just pull it up on the State Farm mobile app.
But I can do that? Oh, hey, I can do that.
Yep, it's called service.
I can file a claim on here too?
Yeah, it's called service.
Whoa, I can call my agent too?
It's called service.
Call your local State Farm agent, Vinny Krikak, today at 402-474-1173.
Hey guys, it's Nick. Join me and Jay Foreman this Friday night as we bring you Bellevue West versus Lincoln Southwest, live from Seacrest Field with kickoff scheduled for 7 p.m. Lincoln Southwest has won 2 games in a row thanks to a convincing 35-13 win versus Lincoln Northeast last week, and they now get ready to face off against the Thunderbirds. Pre-game is slated for 6:45 p.m. with kickoff expected at 7 p.m., and you can hear all the action between Bellevue West and Lincoln Southwest unfold right here on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome into Be a Beacon with Lighthouse on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Here's your host, Bill Mitchner.
Welcome. Good evening. It's just Harrison and I here tonight, so no guests. We're going to shoot by the hip. Harrison, you ready for this one?
Absolutely.
So, I don't know, you got anything that you're supposed to say before we get started?
Yeah, if you guys want to join in, we are live on the brick and mortar, 402-464-5685. And Facebook, YouTube, XL, Channel 961, all great ways to put a face to the voice. We will have NFL back on tomorrow, but no, we're back live. No Royals anymore. Their season came to an end, so they're not taking over the nighttime airwaves. Doesn't hurt my soul too much. I'm not a Royals guy, so I know there's a loyal foulship that's hurting out there.
Oh, for sure.
We still got some MLB playoffs going on, not on the airwaves, but yeah, funny things in the sports world. It's officially October, so things are really starting to heat up. NHL started yesterday. NBA preseason is going on. Week 6, college football. NFL week 6, right? It's coming up here.
Yep.
Yeah, my Bears got the Commanders, revenge game Monday. Also at Commanders. So I don't understand how we got on the road at Commanders twice, back-to-back years. But that's the thing. So
it's luck.
Maybe for the Commanders, not for me. Yeah, plenty of things in the sports world. I love this time of year.
You said Bears. Are you a Bears guy?
Bear down.
Bear.
I thought you were a Bears guy.
No, that's Billy. Remember Billy?
Oh, yeah.
Billy's the Bears guy.
What are you?
Well, Chiefs, they're struggling a little bit. But again,
struggling a little bit.
I mean, a lot of bit.
You guys lost to a trip and fall. The trip 6 is what they're calling it.
Oh, my God. That was so funny.
It was hilarious.
It really was. See, I'm okay because I'm not deep into it like I'm Husker sports, so I can talk about it, not get angry or frustrated and stuff. I can find the humor in it too.
That's healthy.
Yeah.
When you were watching Chris Jones kind of loaf out there, did that bother you?
No, the only thing that bothers me, and that's what I struggle with professional sports, is seeing people not do their craft at the highest level.
When they loaf.
When you took the whole playoff.
Paid so much money to go be the player.
What, $158 million or something like that?
But then because of that money, they loaf sometimes because there's like, well, what are you going to do to me?
He could have ended the game.
He could have made that. I know there's a million things that can happen, but for how long he was kind of hanging out there, he definitely could have affected the play at the very least.
He literally falls down and he's standing there watching him have a cup of tea, brush himself off.
It was one of the tougher looks I've seen in a long time. And there's that, and then there's letting go of the ball before the end zone. That happened in the Cardinals game.
Yeah.
That, and then you lose by one.
And I don't understand that stuff.
I don't know how it keeps happening. I can see how it happens like a few times. If people are like, "This is what you don't want to do," but the fact that it like happens a few times every year,
it's amazing. Not in a good way.
No, it's incredible.
Yeah, it's wild. Just wild. Now, if I could let go of the Huskers as much as I could, the professional sports, I'd be in a much better place and it'd be much healthier.
Yeah, Husker basketball is always the one that drives me up a wall because I'm always rooting for Husker basketball to break through, and now they're talking about expanding it to 78 teams in March of Madness, which is insanity. And then if Nebraska gets in and they're one of those teams that are just past 64 mark, like do you count it as Nebraska's first tournament win if they?
Yeah, right. That's a good question.
So kind of sad that we're
being asterisks.
Yeah. Kind of sad that we might get 78 teams before Nebraska's won a game yet.
Right.
I'm very optimistic on this year. I think we'll wait and see, but that's always the one that really hurts my soul the most. Because
how can you not be optimistic?
I've done that I'm 26. I've done that 26 years, and we still haven't won a tournament game. So,
but what's the point of being a fan and watching if you're not going to be optimistic about it?
That is true. You got to enjoy the journey somehow.
Yeah, I mean, look, we keep hearing all the people talk about what Huskers should be doing, not doing in our football team, and what could make them kind of go over the top and become a great program instead of just getting by, winning the games finally that we should be winning. I just want to mention we keep talking about previous years how if we could just win the games we should win,
Mm-hmm.
well, I'd be happy. Well, then we do that, and then you're not happy. And then
Yep. Well, we should have beaten them by 4 scores
Yeah,
at least.
exactly.
You get to that whole conversation, and
So then you've got to get to a point where you got to be realistic. And are you seeing any growth? Because again, it's a young program with a young coach, not in his career, but here in Nebraska. When are you going to get happy? When are you going to be satisfied that there's growth? Because here we are, people talking about the rumors of him potentially leaving for Penn State. If that all goes down, how are you going to feel about that? Are you going to be the people on the boat saying good riddance? Or are you going to be the people on the boat going, oh, I can't believe we keep losing good coach?
mm-hmm.
You can't be both. You got to figure out, what are you really searching for here? Because I'm a 90s guy. Grew up watching the Husker in the 90s. Those were the best years, undoubtedly, in Husker football. People in the 70s will say the 70s. But
yeah. 95 team, though, is arguably the best team of all time.
You can't look at that anymore.
Uh-huh.
You
even
can't even compare
Feinbaum, who's an SEC defender, he says the 95 team, no
Yeah.
one will ever beat that team.
Yeah.
So,
but how can you compare 95 to today in any team? It's a different college sports football period.
yeah, we're not running the triple option.
Well, and it's somewhat the mini NFL. We're paying
Mhm.
players to play. We're recruiting players through the NIL. I mean, it's just different. So you have to look at through different lenses. And look, I'm one guy that's going to complain sometimes and be like, oh my God, quit holding on to the ball so long.
Yep.
Yet Dylan is one of the best quarterbacks we've ever seen, especially with the passing game.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, the other side is a little different. We don't need to get into that because that's not his strength. But when it comes to passing, he does have all the intangibles. It's just sometimes I think he gets locked in trying to do too much for players that deserve it.
Yeah, and that's the growth of the quarterback in every position. I
As a
mean, you see it
sophomore.
in the NFL where that rookie QB is always going to hold on to the ball. It's second too long. Dylan Raiola, seems like the clock, the past 2 games has slowed too much for him, or he's
Right.
got to speed that up. But again, you get a guy who takes us to our first bowl game since 2016. You go win the bowl game. A lot of people just wanted that for the longest time.
But then
We
now
always
that's
want
not, now it's
more.
not good enough.
Yeah, we always want more, but you gotta take what you can get.
But we're sitting at 4-1,
Mm-hmm.
looking okay.
Yeah,
I'm not going to say great, decent. We look at the rest of the season and we can say they're all winnable if we do the intangibles, if we do some of the things a little bit better. Every game's winnable.
Yeah.
UCLA showed us the path.
Yep. And now UCLA might be a little bit tougher than we initially thought. Too,
Correct.
but winnable.
Exactly. So it's the parity in college sports now. It's not a gimme on any given day. And
Well, and there's always the part that like some of these dudes are 18, 19, 20. And we aren't talking about like sports gambling either. And that's why I just really don't try to touch gambling because, you know, at that age, someone might have be going through a breakup and that could derail them. You know?
Right.
They might think that's, you know, my future wife just left me.
or
They're kids.
or got online and listened to all the nutty fans bashing you and
Yeah.
get into your psyche. I mean,
There was a player on the podium. He talked about that, like getting DMs, and I would tell all players this: just turn it off.
Yeah,
you don't need it. I'm not. You know, it's my job to talk about this stuff. I can almost guarantee you, I'm not gonna give you the tips that make you the better player on the field. You might hear some great compliments to give yourself an ego boost. You might hear some criticisms from me. But Dana Holgerson and Matt Rule, those are the guys that are going to coach you. Like, I'm just here talking to the people, the other fans, the fanatics who are watching the games on their couches too. So
it does get challenging though, because one of the strengths that is out there is called significance. And so you really want to get that positive reinforcement that you're making an impact in whatever you're doing.
And the coaches can give that to you though. And that's always the part. Like, Bill, how'd you get that when you were growing up? Did you go on Twitter to hear about how great of a person you were?
There was no such thing.
No, and that's,
I mean,
that's just it.
I think there were pagers back then. Let's be real. There weren't even really cell phones. So
I don't think it's great to get your confidence through social media all the time. Sometimes, like, it's going to happen. Nothing wrong with it. But if that's your place to decide how you're going to feel that day, that's pretty inconsistent.
I'm not going to disagree, but this again, we're in a different world.
Yeah, I'm 26 and I can understand how social media works.
Well, but I think you are grounded, and I think that you're not living in that world. And I think a lot of athletes are living in that world, and they gain some of their confidence through that, and which is unfortunate, but it is a part of how our young athletes are growing up in the sports now. It's a part of it.
It's part of the money for sure. And that part gets tough because you want to put yourself out there. Because NIL, I'm not going to tell kids, like, if you have an opportunity to go make some money by putting yourself out there on social media, like, I understand that part, but I would really avoid listening to the criticisms of random burner accounts. And that's easier said than done.
That's what I was just going to, and that's the danger that we work with even at Lighthouse, is that social media and everything is such a strain on our young people and their psyche, and it's dangerous. And a lot of times it's sucking kids in a negative way. And we won't even get into all the predators that are out there doing that. We're just talking about the normal everyday stuff. And it's a tough balance to help our young people look through different lenses and find whatever value they're seeking in that, but yet also educate them on the dangers and why we need to avoid a lot of that.
Yeah, it can be tough. I mean, especially, I know for girls, it can be really tough on Instagram because, you think you got to look X, Y, and Z, but who knows? They
try to get the clicks.
Yeah, the picture you're trying to compare yourself to, that woman waited till the perfect time in the day, went outside, did her makeup to get that. Like, you don't know. And it's also tough. Like,
filters and on and on and on.
You want to go to a party, you weren't invited. And then not only that, you see the party you weren't invited to on Instagram the next day. And you're just like,
yeah.
Even a person like me, again, 26, like, I'll see more every now and then. Like, someone else got married, I'm like, ooh, time's clicking here. So it does, even me, even though I'm saying don't let it do that, it's always going to have a little bit of effect. But if you're aware of, it's social media, it's not my real life.
So then let's be real with that. So if that is a part of what is affecting our young people, whether they're athletes, whether it's a normal everyday person, do you have the courage enough to find a way through it? Do you have courage enough to ask for help? Do you have the courage enough to learn when not to look at that stuff? Like our athletes, are you looking at it the night before the game and then that affects you the next day? Or are you waiting until the game's over to then look at that stuff? And then you have several days to process, work it out on the field, work it out in the weight room, whatever it might be. So do you have the courage enough to truly work through it in that way?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I work here on the public, and I've every now and then I'll have some people text me the not nicest things, and
what?
Yeah, and
that happens.
Yeah, but accept the criticism and just like, yeah, I'll hear you out, but I'm not going to wholesale buy what you're telling me.
Yeah,
you got to have confidence in yourself, I guess. That someone who doesn't know you very well just gave you a complete rundown on who you are. Are you really going to buy into that, or are you going to have some pride in yourself and the people who raised you?
I always tell my young people, my son hears this a lot, who are you willing to give power away to?
Yeah, that's a big one.
Because that's what it's really about. If you let everybody affect you, you're giving too much power away. If you're cognizant and say, well, I am married for 27 years, my wife gets a certain amount of my power. I allow that to happen. And I'm very conscious of that because she deserves that. She's earned it. My son, same thing. Some stranger, not so much. I might listen and try to see if there's some truth in what you're asking or saying, but I'm not giving the house away.
Yeah. I think that's, it's tough. Because even like social media when I was growing up, it's gotten so much more aggressive because I'm in that weird generation. And we've kind of talked about this before. It started with like MSN Messenger, kids emailing each other, and the parents are like, oh my gosh, you can't have an email? That's insanity. And now it's, I don't know if a parent even cares.
Media on steroids.
Yeah. And now you can reach anybody you want.
Snapchats. And the world's a million miles an hour.
Yeah. Even Snapchat. Like that's one where I think I'm just kind of glad I don't have that bug in me where I'm I don't want to see life through my camera. I'll look at it through my eyes. Like and you can definitely record all the greatest moments, but I'm very big on just let me live through it as opposed to try to share it with everybody all the time so everybody knows how cool I am. It's like, well,
Harrison, you're pretty cool.
Yeah, and I know that, so I don't have to share it, And that's the key is I think that confidence in yourself, not needing social media to get, and it's always part of that generation. It's sometimes they do it purely for fun, not for that reason. So I'm not saying every post you see is a cry for attention. Sometimes they do it because it's just fun to do. Share stuff with friends. If your friends follow you, you want your friends to see it. That's healthy, but there's that line of, okay, who's this for? at
Right.
this point? Are you
Right.
trying to become more popular through it? But then if NIL's on the line, it's like, okay, I can kind of see that reasoning too. You want to have more money. At that point, where is the line?
Right.
I'm like stumbling through this because it's a tough one for me to even figure out at 26.
Well, which is great because I'm double your age. So I appreciate you stumbling it through it because I do that as well.
How do you do you have kids come up to you and have social media stuff or talk about kids picking on them? And obviously don't give names, but like,
of
how do you
course.
kind of help them out? Because I'd imagine kids can be really nasty the way how easy it is to reach people these
and that's
days.
what's dangerous. And again, suicides increased because of that bullying happening electronically and stuff like that. So, to be honest, I just process with my young people, just like I have always done with my son. And we talk about, again, power. What are you really looking for?
Does that click for them?
It does. Yeah. Because we're super safe at Lighthouse. I mean,
Yes, you guys
the
are.
conversations that we have sometimes just blow my mind when I'm sitting here, like, it makes me sit back and go, this is amazing to just be a part of this and let kids be vulnerable and trust you and stuff like that, because there's a lot of crap going on in the world that sometimes you look at stuff and go, man, there's not a lot of hope out there. And there's a ton of hope out there. And it's just being able to look and being a part of it. And the reason why I think the kids chose the name of the show is because of that. Be a beacon. They want to see other people be that light in their life.
Yeah, and you guys live up to it. I mean, and this isn't biased. Like I just wouldn't say it at all if I didn't have to. But every single Lighthouse person I've met, they've all been really nice people. Again, I always thank you to the banquet invite. I always use that as an example. Like, I don't know, a soul in there, at least at first. And then it's like, okay, there's Drew, and Drew's like making sure I'm okay. And then your wife's very kind to me. She acknowledges me. And I've maybe seen her face a couple of times, but she recognizes me. So you guys are also good at just recognizing. In a crowd of, how many people were there, Michelle's able to recognize me quickly, and same with Drew. And then just everybody else that you guys bring in on a basis. You guys are all very non-selfish people. Like I haven't had that one person I felt like came in here, even Maddie, who's on an internship, correct?
Yep.
Like all the reasons she was giving was she never once said, well, I'm doing this for my resume.
Right.
That was never one point that she brought up. She did it because, well, Lighthouse does this and I was attracted to that. They do this and I really get along with the kids. It was never at one point, well, I wanted to go do this and I need a nonprofit.
Yeah, I'm trying to pad my resume.
Yeah.
No, you're not wrong. And that's what's fun too, is to be a part of stuff like that. And, sometimes we have some different conversations, and a lot of those fall on me because of who I am and my role at Lighthouse. And sometimes they start out not so great and somewhat negative. And what's fun for me is by the time I'm done with that conversation, it's flipped. That script is flipped. And even if the person didn't get what they were hoping for, they still understand, and they understand the reasoning behind why we make the decisions we do, which ultimately comes right back to safety for my young people, safety for my volunteers, and safety for my staff. Period. We start there, we can probably get everywhere else. And so I take that very seriously, and I am that Papa Bear. And sometimes I get that puffy chest because that's my job. I'm there to protect.
But you're coming from a place of care. You're not puffing your chest out because I just want to be mad.
No.
And sometimes that's where kids feel, it's like, oh, here we go. Let him get he's just mad because I did this. And he just wants to, tell me off right now and set a line and a border. But you're not just yelling at him, or I don't even want to use yelling, raising your voice or putting out your chest, because you're doing that at a place of care. Because it's like, I want you to be happy here.
And let me be
clear, you to understand.
It's never to a kid.
Yeah.
It's never to a kid.
Yeah.
It's always an adult that is coming in hot.
Yeah. And that's fair, because you got to let them know, like, hey, it's going to be loud, and maybe I got to reach you somehow to let you know that I'm only doing this because I care. I'm not doing this to, you're not doing it to create enemies. I know that much. No. It'll be a hard place to run if that was your goal.
Well, and so the kids, I mean, you can ask any of them when they come in the future, you ask them how I get their attention if I'm disappointed, or if I feel like somebody's doing something that they shouldn't. You ask them how I get their attention, because it's never raising my voice. It's never coming in hot. Most of the time, I give them a look, and that's all it takes.
Yeah. That's what my dad would do.
Well,
unless we really did something, maybe he would raise his voice.
I have the dab look. No, I whistle. If I need to get, and it's too loud, I won't raise my voice. I whistle. And then it gets quiet. And I say, all right, now I have your attention.
Well, disappointment, just, it's a whole different kind of feeling where it's like, oh, he's not, upset with me because he had his own goals. Like he wanted that for me.
Right.
Because he knew I could do it and I didn't live up to it. And that's like a whole nother level of it's like a caring kind of, pain.
Yeah.
You understand, like, it kind of clicks when you get that look. My dad would kind of do the silent thing where if I did something, we're just, you know what you did. And I'm just going to sit in silence and think about it. And it's like, okay, he's not getting on me to prove a point. He knows that I know.
Yeah.
And this is kind of his acknowledgement of, I'll let you think about it, but I'm disappointed.
Right.
That will make you rewire.
Well, and let me even differentiate it just a little bit further, because when I talk to a young person, and if I'm talking about disappointment, I always say, I'm not disappointed in you. I'm disappointed in your behavior or the choice that you made, because I want to have that separation, understand that I appreciate them. I'm proud of them, and we have to learn from this. So then you can move to a better spot in life.
Well said. And with that being said, we are up to a break, Bill Missioner. You got anything else before we go to break?
Let's hit this break.
Don't go anywhere. Be a beacon with Lighthouse. We got Bill Missioner and Hair Stars, just myself in here. We got a couple more segments. Don't go anywhere.
At Fairway Meat Market, you're family. And as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. Now, through October 12th, enjoy 6-ounce USDA choice bacon wrap filet mignon for $9.99 each. 10-pound tubes of 85% lean ground beef, $4.99 per pound. All natural, thick cut, bone-in pork chops, $1.99 per pound. And Miller Lite or Coors Light, 24 packs, $17.99 each when you buy 2. That's all at Fairway Meat Market in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center, just south of 84th and Van Dorn. Are you tired of your usual barbershop experience? Stop into Scissors and Scotch today. I know what you're thinking. Drink during a haircut? Don't worry. First comes the precision cut from one of their experienced barbers, followed by your complimentary cocktail in their upscale lounge. Scissors and Scotch blends your old school barber feel with your favorite watering hole. And now you can earn $10 off by simply mentioning the ticket. And if you're an existing member, still mention the ticket for an exclusive offer. Offer valid at Lincoln location only. Scissors and Scotch, located just south of 30th and Yankee Hill, and online at lincoln.scissorscotch.com.
All right, Lincoln, if you're a diesel technician who's ready to earn up to $40 an hour and you're tired of working nights and weekends, listen up. Inland Truck Parts and Service is hiring experienced diesel technicians right here in Lincoln, and they're offering what every hardworking tech wants. Monday through Friday hours, no nights, no weekends, and paid training on advanced diesel technology. With 37 locations across 12 states, career advancement opportunities are endless. Start building towards your future and apply today at inlandtruck.com. That's inlandtruck.com. Or text APPLY to 785-369-1320.
This is your year, where your team takes it all the way. Win way more than bragging rights at Warhorse Casino, where your love of the game could put $1 million in your pocket. The Pro Football Frenzy is free to play with prizes all season long. Weekly cash prizes up to $1,000 cash, season-long leaderboards, and a chance to win $1 million. Only at Warhorse Casino. Wagers may only be placed on Nebraska-based teams when played outside the state of Nebraska. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
Ready to score big with your projects? Look no further than Edward Stone, the MVP of natural stone for over 2 decades. Edward Stone is cranking out over 30,000 square feet every week and offers a winning lineup of over 70 quality natural veneer stone selections. Their unbeatable variety and experienced team will ensure your project is a success, whether it's a home renovation or a commercial build. And hey, they're not just about stone. They've got an all-star lineup of fireplaces, cast stone, brick, and much more. Swing by one of their locations in Lincoln or Omaha today and experience the Edward Stone difference, your reliable choice for over 20 years.
Load up on meat and more this spring at The Mercado by Certified Piedmontese, with great selections of T-bones, tomahawks, ribeyes, filet mignon, brisket, sirloin, and so much more. The Mercado has locations at 84th and Havelock, 30th and Yankee Hill, and now 85th and Old Cheney in Lincoln, where you can have $2 draft beer every Thursday night from 4 to 8 p.m. and half-price espresso drinks on Fridays from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Get to The Mercado today for the best meat in town.
Drink locally and support local business during Lincoln's Craft Beer Week, October 11th through the 18th. Great beer, cider, distillates, and more are made right here in Lincoln. For more info, visit lincoln.org/beer-week. brought to you by Visit Lincoln. Remember to enjoy responsibly.
If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at gainatrucking.com.
Have you heard about Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center? Located at 7555 Pioneers Boulevard, Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center offers compassionate, patient-focused care and provides outpatient surgery services, making it possible to have non-emergency surgery and return home the same day. Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center specializes in cardiology, vascular radiology, orthopedics, pain management, and much, much more. Give them a call today at 402-261-1085 or online at amimaging.com.
This is Rick Heyman with Sartor Heyman Jewelers. Sartor Heyman is celebrating 120 years, and you could win big. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram for your chance to win a $120 gift certificate every week. That's right, we're giving away $120 every week as a thank you for being part of our story. Don't miss your chance to treat yourself. Follow Sartor Heyman Jewelers today. Celebrating 120 years. Sartor Heyman, when only the best will do.
I can't believe I just scratched that car. Find my insurance card.
Dude, what do you have in this glove box? Ew, are these socks dirty?
Oh, forget about the socks. I need my insurance card.
Just pull it up on the State Farm mobile app.
But I can do that? Oh, hey, I can do that.
Yep, it's called service.
I can file a claim on here too?
Yeah, it's called service.
Whoa, I can call my agent too?
It's called service.
Call your local State Farm agent, Vinny Krikak, today at 402-474-1173.
When the clock strikes zero after every Nebraska football game, there's only one place to go for instant coverage. Tune in for the Husker After Party Postgame Show on 93.7 The Ticket for each game, win or lose. Call in with all your takes or text the show at 464-5685 and hear quotes from the players and coaches too. It's the Husker After Party Postgame Show. Sponsored by Anderson Ford and Vinny Krikak of State Farm Insurance. Now back to Be a Beacon with Lighthouse on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, we're back. So, Harrison, what do you think?
Thinking Lighthouse. Be a beacon, Bill. Be a beacon for the community.
That's right.
What's going on in Lighthouse right now? What does October look like for Lighthouse in Lincoln?
Well, we had, I think, 64 kids there today. They went to the Beta Burger Bash.
Oh.
Which the Betas put on a burger celebration for the community, and they raised money for Lighthouse.
Oh, that's
so
cool.
They take kids there, and so
have some burgers, and
the Betas get to, hang out with the kids and see what the reason why. Now, the Betas also volunteer at Lighthouse, so they get to interact with the kids too. But it's always good to have our kids go to somebody else's space.
Yeah.
That's like, the bridging the gap with the police officers, having the police officers come to us and then our kids go to them. So that it's the whole circular.
Yeah. Secular. We're not doing anything, prestigious or holy.
Oh.
Right. Secular is holy. Correct?
Well, no, I think secular would be the general public when you're talking about
secular
religion. Isn't secular the normal?
So just
community, general community,
denoting attitudes, activities, or other things that have no religious or spiritual basis.
Just general community,
secular.
No religion. Yeah.
And then there's the Christian version of it as well, but we won't go there.
We won't go there.
Well, I mean, it's my religion. I can talk about that, but I think people are here for community stuff and not my religious beliefs.
I mean, it's fine. I mean, we have all kinds of different religious backgrounds that come to Lighthouse, and we're okay with that.
Yeah, and that's kind of the beauty of Lighthouse. Because me and DP were talking about this the other day. It's like, how many enemies you have when you're born? 0.
Yeah.
You know how many enemies you can make by the time you're dead? As many as you want. You can go nuts with it. You can keep making it. You can make entire groups your enemy. You can make an individual your enemy. You can make a team you don't like your enemy, which the Packers sometimes I have a hard time doing. Dehumanize those guys. But I got, a Packers fan that's a brother, and he's a great guy, and he's fully human. But, it's really easy to just make up your mind that I don't like these people. And then once you make that hard line, guess what the odds of you talking to them and ever figuring out if that's true or not it's really low because you kind of just drew the line already.
Right.
With Lighthouse, you're going to get to know each other.
Right.
And you guys bring in every group, and that just helps. And you guys kind of mentioned with police too. It's like, that might be a tough thing, but it's like if you just get a face to the people that are doing it, and maybe you'll understand why they're doing it, and maybe you'll see them as a human, not this person who just wants to make your life harder.
Both directions.
Yeah, and and the same thing for the cops. Maybe they look at, these guys give me so much trouble, blah blah blah, X, Y, and Z, and you meet them, and it's like, wow, these are great kids.
Yeah.
So you have to meet the people who you think you don't like.
Well, and that's all learned behavior.
Mm-hmm.
You don't come into this world thinking I hate a certain classification of people and discriminate against people and prejudice. We learn that through experiences, and which is unfortunate because most people will tell you, I'm not biased. I'm not prejudiced. All of us have prejudgment, which is prejudice. All of us have biases. And so it's important for us to just be aware so then we can make for sure that we're just doing it better, because you don't need to like everybody. You should be able to get along with anybody.
Yeah, that part. You don't have to like them. You just have to understand where they're coming from. And if you disagree, that's fine.
Yeah.
Just don't throw hands. Don't be crazy about it. Just be like, okay, well, I disagree with you, but I understand your reasoning for it. And maybe I reason a different way, but you're not doing it out of place of hate. And I get that now.
Yeah.
And that's always a big thing. And, without talking about, the political environment and everything, but that's just something that I think more people are waking up to, of really keeping in mind, like, okay, here are the people that affect me and actually have an effect on me. You just got to go be out there and be kind. Like, it's really easy. We have it with Bigger Than the Score all the time, where we're like, what's a piece of advice you'd give to adults? And they're always like, be kind. And as adults, we like to jazz it up. We like to make it a paragraph, maybe we make it a limerick. We do something cool with it to be mature, but it really is that simple. Like, just be a nice person and life will be a hell of a lot smoother. And if you just, again, don't make enemies if you don't need to.
Yeah. That's why we start with love. That love is our change agent at Lighthouse. And that's an important piece of what we do. And
that's why you and DP get along as well. That's DP's thing. Love Prince. He has that set that, and he's like, what's the thing that I can do to change a place for the better? Well, love. That's all. It's as simple as that. And it doesn't mean love like that you love your wife or anything, but love like you love a good friend, or love like somebody you care about.
Didn't we get into that one on maybe that wasn't here. There's two different kinds of love.
Mm-hmm.
It's romantic and relational.
Yeah.
Romantic is your wife. Relational is everything else. To be honest with you, to have a deeper relationship with your wife or significant other, you need to get to the relational love as well.
Yeah. If you only got the romantic love, that's called divorce, in a few years.
7-year itch.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why it's called that. And that's what too many people rely upon. And that's why people, I think, get weirded out with the word love, is because they think only romantic. And that's what's great about Lighthouse, is our kids understand that it's more of a family love. And so when I tell a young person I love them, they're not thinking, ooh, this guy's a creep.
Yeah.
They understand where I'm coming from, because I hear I love you every day, several times a day. And they're not children that grew up under my roof at home. And so
it's good for them to learn that. It took me and my brothers too long.
Yeah.
Like, I was like in my, my younger 20s, and I was like, maybe I should text him, hey, love you, at the end of our conversation, just so I don't know the next time I talk to him, he knows, like, hey, I love you.
Yeah.
Like, and it is a thing for kids, but if you have those people in your life, because I think it was actually DP, because like DP was always like, love, tell your parents you love them. I'm like, yeah, why don't I? Like, what kind of pride thing is, because it's true.
Do you say that to your friends?
Yeah, we say that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just asking because, I think that's important too, because it's easier again to say it to family, because in our mind, we think that's normal, but then we think, well, but a friend's just a friend. I'm not related to them. So is it weird that I say I love them? No. Most of my friend group, we say I love you to each other, because we do.
Yeah,
You're
our
part of my life.
At that point, I don't know when, but now we say it to each other, and it's not. Again, first time someone said it, everyone's jaws didn't hit the floor. Right? Everyone was like, "Oh, love you too, man." And that's it.
What do you mean?
Yeah, everyone goes back to their middle school days or their elementary school days, like, "Ooh,
Harrison said he loved you."
Yeah,
yeah. And that's the fun part, though, is I get a challenge as a man. I get to challenge a lot of these misconceptions, and I have through my career had young men come up to me and say, "Why do you tell your son you love him?" And I'm like, "What do you mean?"
Yeah.
They go, "You're not supposed to say that to a boy." I'm going, whoa, let's have a conversation about this.
Mhm.
And so then those same young men now say, I love you to me. And so they see it differently now and understand that when they become a parent, they can now do it differently in their own lives.
Yeah, and it's just that affirmation. I mean, knowing that, again, knowing when you have people in your corner, it just pushes you. Because if it's just you, everyone's gone through this with working out. When it's just your obligation, unless you're that person, and some of you are, and congratulations, you're probably going to be one day, maybe 2 days, maybe 3 days, a week, a month, 2 months. Yeah, at some point, you're probably going to cut yourself some slack.
Yeah.
If you're working out in a gym like Farrell's does with Jeff and Nicole Essink, and they got a show on Sunday. Well, now there's community of people that are looking forward to seeing you, that care about your progress because you told them, I really want this for myself. It'd be great for me. So they know that you want it. And this is something that you told us. And now there's that, okay, it's not just on me. I'm going to let down everybody else who I've let them know that I want this for myself so I can be around my kids more. So I can be at a healthy weight or whatever. And now it's a lot harder to just go ahead and skip out because maybe you're not feeling it, but you got people that love you and they want you to be there because they want to see that better version of yourself.
Yeah. And they could be complete strangers and people that literally walk up to you and go, I didn't see you on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
You're normally here. What, is everything okay? And I think that catches people off guard too. Cause then it's like, what do you mean? How do you even notice that I'm here? I just come and do my workouts, but people notice. And I think that's what's cool. And again, when we're talking about having hope for society, those are the things that are happening out there that I think we're missing out on. Again, I talk in generalities, not specifics. So, but I hear people complain more and more, and I hear them focusing more and more on negative stuff. And I'm like, take a step back because there's a lot of good stuff still happening out there. Attached to that, quit focusing on the negative because negative will continue to consume, and find something positive to connect to.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to find negative stuff, you are not hard pressed to go and find it. It's out there all day for you to consume. And, you know, it's just not fun. It's not fun for anybody to live like that. And it kind of goes back to social media. Like even me, myself, like on my Twitter and my X, whatever you want to call it, it's, you know, I use that mute option because it's there. And there's certain individuals that I know, they just want to cause a ruckus and they want to cause arguments and they want to have, you know, these points to spark emotion and not always kind emotion. And it's like, well, I don't need to hear that. It doesn't affect, like, it doesn't affect me. Like,
I'm proud of you. To be there at 26 years old though, is really a challenge because you're not, I mean, you got a lot of experience in life ahead of you.
Mm-hmm.
And for you to gain that now, man, that's going to serve you well.
I appreciate that. And the hope of mine is I think there's a lot of kids like me. You know, I think there's more and more kids because we've grown up with social media. So I think when you're younger, it's harder. The older you get, the more you kind of see it for what it is. So my hope is that there's a lot of people like me that have kind of grown up with it and they're like, you know what, this is not necessarily always good or healthy and I don't need it. And I think kids are becoming more aware of it. And that is, again, one of the positives.
I think you're a rare breed because I'm not sure who helped open your eyes to that or if there was anybody to do that.
Really great parents.
I'm just telling you, you're a rare breed because a lot of people don't take that in, especially from parents, to be able to be that aware and to understand that it's affecting you negatively like that. So I'm seriously, kudos to you. That's quite impressive and amazing. And you keep impressing me, Harrison. Keep it going.
All right. Well, we're going to go to break so I can cry and just pure joy because I got a compliment from Bill Mishner. But no seriousness. We got one more segment on the other side. Don't go anywhere. Be a beacon with Lighthouse.
Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services is here to help you protect things that are most important to you. Whether it's your home, your family, or your future, Jack Russell has the proven experience to get the job done while developing authentic relationships with you. Give Jack a call today at 402-421-9100. Again, that's 402-421-9100. Or visit one of his 2 locations in Lincoln or Seward and learn how you can excel in the complicated world of insurance. Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services, a trusted and well-respected representative since 1999.
At Fairway Meat Market, you're family, and as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. Now, through October 12th, enjoy 6-ounce USDA Choice Bacon Wrap Filet Mignon for $9.99 each. 10-pound tubes of 85% lean ground beef, $4.99 per pound. All natural, thick-cut, bone-in pork chops, $1.99 per pound. And Miller Lite or Coors Light, 24 packs, $17.99 each when you buy 2. That's all at Fairway Meat Market in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center, just south of 84th and Van Dorn. Ready to score big with your projects? Look no further than Edward Stone, the MVP of natural stone for over 2 decades. Edward Stone is cranking out over 30,000 square feet every week and offers a winning lineup of over 70 quality natural veneer stone selections. Their unbeatable variety and experienced team will ensure your project is a success, whether it's a home renovation or a commercial build. And hey, they're not just about stone. They've got an all-star lineup of fireplaces, cast stone, brick, and much more. Swing by one of their locations in Lincoln or Omaha today and experience the Edward Stone difference, your reliable choice for over 20 years.
Lincoln's go-to for fun isn't new. It's a place that's been a staple of the city for years and is only getting better. Matson's Bowling and Billiards always has open bowling available with no long lines, unlike other centers. They have live music almost every weekend and great food at EJ's Bar and Lounge, with seating for 150 people. They have popular meals like the EJ Burger, pizza for the whole family, and famous EJ's Wings. Contact Sarah to book a party for friends, coworkers, or family at Matson's Bowling and Billiards, just south of 48th and Holdridge.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see mostly sunny skies and light winds. High around 67. Tonight, clear skies and light and variable winds, low around 45. And tomorrow, we'll see mainly sunny skies with a light breeze, afternoon high near 69. I'm meteorologist Kyle Flecker from 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Have you heard about Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center? Located at 7555 Pioneers Boulevard, Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center offers compassionate, patient-focused care and provides outpatient surgery services, making it possible to have non-emergency surgery and return home the same day. Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center specializes in cardiology, vascular radiology, orthopedics, pain management, and much, much more. Give them a call today at 402-261-1085 or online at amimaging.com.
Here at Aspen Builders, our company is building more homes today than I thought we would ever build.
Bob Benish is the founder and president of Aspen Builders, online at aspenbuildersinc.com.
You know, I am just shocked at how strong our market is here in Lincoln and at Aspen Builders. We're probably helping people right now more than ever get into a new home. We've been able to find pieces of ground we can develop affordably and keep our lot prices down a little bit. I think with our volume discounts and our office staff, 35 years of experience, we figure out a plan that's going to work great for you. We make it perfect. We make it fit your price range. All of this is part of the reason we're so busy.
Make your dream home a reality and call Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at aspenbuildersinc.com. Your home is waiting at Aspen Builders.
Hello, this is Mary Pat Waite. I've had the privilege of working with Lincoln families as their realtor for more than 31 years. And I'm so proud to be associated with MP Dodge Real Estate. For me, your transaction is unique in its own way. My experience allows me to bring you trusted care and a really great outcome. My NP Dodge family shares the same client focus.
Expand your career with NP Dodge. Call Eric at 402-434-2222.
This is your year, where your team takes it all the way. Win way more than bragging rights at Warhorse Casino, where your love of the game could put $1 million in your pocket. The Pro Football Frenzy is free to play with prizes all season long. Weekly cash prizes up to $1,000 cash, season-long leaderboards, and a chance to win $1 million. Only at Warhorse Casino. Wagers may only be placed on Nebraska-based teams when played outside the state of Nebraska. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
Are you tired of your usual barbershop experience? Stop into Scissors and Scotch today. I know what you're thinking. Drink during a haircut? Don't worry. First comes the precision cut from one of their experienced barbers, followed by your complimentary cocktail in their upscale lounge. Scissors and Scotch blends your old school barber feel with your favorite watering hole. And now you can earn $10 off by simply mentioning the ticket. And if you're an existing member, still mention the ticket for an exclusive offer. Offer valid at Lincoln location only. Scissors and Scotch, located just south of 30th and Yankee Hill, and online at lincoln.scissorscotch.com.
When your home fills up with family, Allo Fiber makes sure that space is a happy place for everyone. Allo Fiber experts install it all, and full service means step-by-step support, guiding you through everything so you can stay connected to what matters, and the family can always feel at home. Put the game on, and don't worry about your Wi-Fi calling a timeout. Better TV and internet service is one connection away. Call Allo at 866-481-2556 or visit allofiber.com.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize to participate in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contest, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
Now back to Be a Beacon with Lighthouse on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Yeah, see, we start talking on the side, and I struggle with the fact that our young people have such access to information, to technology, to the dangers, that nobody's helping our young people, even our adults, really understand the dangers that are really lying beneath all of that technology.
Yeah, consuming insane amounts of information isn't always healthy.
Yeah.
And I think, because again, I think you're asking me, when did I realize consuming everything all the time isn't great? I think another one that sticks out to my head, remember the Ebola breakout?
Oh, yeah.
And I remember just kept waking up every day, Ebola. And I'm like, okay, I'm in Nebraska. I know what's happening over there. Thoughts and prayers. I'll say a prayer, but I have my own community and I don't have Ebola in my community right now. So I need to stop having anxiety over something that's miles away that I have zero control over. And that's the information wash that a lot of these kids are in a downpour of. And now, you have some figures, and again, there's nothing wrong with these figures. I'm not even going to give names because someone will think I'm saying something I'm not. But there's these figures, prominent social media figures. And then the other part is, who are these kids looking up to?
Right.
And a lot of kids now are looking up to these social media figures.
Yep.
Some of these guys are fine. Some of these ladies are fine. Some of these people are not great people. And they're selling these kids on really interesting lifestyles that probably aren't suited up for success.
Right.
And, you got to be aware of that as a parent. Or caring at all. Yeah. And, you got to be aware of that as a parent. And it's really tough to do because kids are always ahead of the curveball when it comes to technology. So it's your job to watch that, though. So I'm glad I'm not a parent right now, although I will be happy to become one if I ever am one. But that's a hurdle right there in itself. And
you're telling me I got a 19-year-old.
Yeah, at least he sounds like a great kid, by all means.
He is a great kid.
So that helps out a lot.
I am going to bring him on some point when he's back on break.
Yeah, you should. I'm curious to meet the guy.
I mean, he's a Lighthouse kid too, so he's got a lot to offer.
Yeah, how'd you handle the social media stuff then when it came to him? Because when he was growing up, I mean, it was a thing, and then it just blew up like crazy.
Yeah, we actually withheld him from getting a phone and that type of stuff for a very long time.
I think that's okay to do as a parent. I don't think that makes you a bad parent. The kid might say you are because they're emotional about it, and all the other kids have phones, but that's okay.
So we did what we did.
Yeah.
And we helped try to teach him the appropriate ways of handling when he's old enough to social media and all that stuff. And he still, struggles sometimes with navigating that stuff because, again, it's forever changing. And
yeah, because I do too. I'm sure you do.
No,
we all do.
I try to keep up on it, though. That it is one thing that I try to take pride in, technology and understanding stuff, so I can at least be somewhat intelligent in navigating this world for the young people I serve.
Yeah, and that's a good way. I mean, make an attempt at the very least, right? And
worst case is if I make a mistake, they're going to go ahead and call me on it, and then we can have a conversation about it, and then they can teach me a few things which will help teach them the dangers of it.
Yeah, I wonder, like the iPhone and stuff it's become so ingrained. It feels like you need one to survive, but I'd be okay with going back to the slider phones, the flip phones.
How about we just do landlines?
Landlines would be great.
Come on.
I will say, like, the country kids, because I grew up in the country, like, I got a phone, I think at 13. It was just a flip phone, but that one's because, you're out of the farm, wherever, your parents got to drive, pick you up, but, you're not on Snapchat with all those. Like, so if you need a line of communication, I get it, but You just gotta be aware.
I was a cool kid. I had a pager.
Pagers are cool.
And you could put your number in and put 911, meaning you needed me to call you right away.
Seriously?
Yes.
That's how you guys are operating?
Honest to God. They put their number that you're supposed to call them back, and 911 with it. So then you knew it was an emergency.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds so much calmer. It's just, I'm always impressed by kids, though. It sounds a lot of negativity, but kids are aware of it.
Oh, they are.
And, it's a battle. Just because you're aware of it doesn't mean you got to conquer it. But I think more kids are cognizant of this could be a problem if I let it continue to just consume my mind.
Yeah. It's just sometimes they have no idea how to navigate a different way. I mean, I just had a conversation with a young lady that was there for ASP, and I asked her why she was there. She goes, I got in a fight. And I'm like, have you gotten in a fight before? Yeah. Okay. So tell me more about your decision making. And so she goes, I don't want to continue to do this, but I don't know what else to do.
Mm-hmm.
So it was wild, because she's like, maybe I need to get a job so I have less idle time. And I'm like, well, it sounds like a great idea. Maybe let's start looking. So they have it within them. Most people are like, you're just a bad kid.
Yeah.
There's nothing I can do with you. You keep fighting. So obviously you don't care to be here. Sometimes it's not that simple. Sometimes they just need help and navigating a different path.
Yeah. I mean, a kid that's fighting all the time, there's something that caused that, and if you don't be curious enough to figure out what it is, and again, being curious and not just dismissive, like,
yeah,
well, the kid's going to leave the room and probably get more fights because he's never been shown another way. It's like, because the kid's a bad kid, because that's what he's been shown.
Or that you even care.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes you just got to be like, man, I don't want you to keep getting into. Maybe next time you're the one that gets hurt.
Yeah.
And maybe you don't get out of it. So I'd rather have you in this world a little longer.
Yeah, especially because, I mean, fights are dangerous. You get knocked out on concrete, you don't know what's going to happen.
It's done. Yeah. I mean, there's been deaths here in Lincoln from a fight. So from kids. So, well, I appreciate you, Harrison. I appreciate you having this conversation with me today.
We appreciate Lighthouse. You guys are doing great work over there.
I appreciate you being a beacon.
Absolutely.
I want everyone else to be out there to be a beacon and be that light for somebody else.